Moms give Rachel Zegler the finger. Inside the Snow White re-release Mother's Day Massacre. This Mother's Day was supposed to be magical, but instead of fairy dust, it was fireworks. Moms across America said, "Not today, Snow White," and gave Rachel Zegler the finger. Grab your popcorn, because this isn't just a movie re-release, it's a full-blown Broadway-level meltdown. This past Mother's Day was anything but magical. What was meant to be a charming, nostalgic re-release of Snow White turned into a social media inferno, and at the center of the chaos. One name, Rachel Zegler. Once hailed as Hollywood's next sweetheart after her breakout in West Side Story, Zegler has found herself on the receiving end of harsh backlash, not from trolls, but from moms. Yes, the very demographic Disney was banking on this weekend. So what happened? Let's rewind. Disney planned to re-release the classic Snow White this Mother's Day, perhaps hoping to drum up goodwill ahead of its controversial live-action remake. But instead of roses and apple pies, moms took to Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook with pitchforks. Why? A flood of them are saying they refuse to support any project involving Zegler, citing her past interviews where she criticized the original 1937 film. She called Prince Charming a stalker, and said Snow White wouldn't be saved by a man in her version. "Let's not insult the classics," one mom tweeted. "Snow White raised me and my daughter. Rachel Zegler can keep her glass coffin." Hashtag Snow White cancelled started trending before brunch. It didn't help that Zegler doubled down in old resurfaced interviews, sounding less like a modern princess and more like a BuzzFeed editor on a bad day. Viewers labeled her condescending, preachy, and the worst of all, unlikable. Behind-the-scenes drama, sources say Disney execs were biting their nails. What was meant to be a soft PR move for the upcoming remake turned into a PR disaster. Some insiders allege that Disney marketing even tried to pull Zegler's name from certain promotions to soften the blow. Too late, moms noticed. At the box office, the re-release flopped harder than the Evil Queen's disguise. Despite premium Mother's Day showtimes, attendance was sparse, and online sentiment was abysmal. Broadway tea boils over, adding more spice to this fairytale feud. Broadway fans weighed in, defending the original character and taking subtle digs at Zegler's acting chops. Some even questioned whether she was ever ready for a Disney-level role. "There are 100 Broadway girls who could sing Snow White into the next kingdom," one fan posted on Instagram. And they did without dragging the original. Moms, musical theater fans, and Disney die-hards have formed an unlikely alliance, and their villain is Rachel Zegler. But is this backlash deserved? Or is it just another example of the internet's hunger for a female scapegoat? Either way, this Snow White story just turned into a grim fairy tale of its own. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and tell me, should Disney recast Snow White before the remake hits theaters? Like, share, and subscribe for more hashtag Broadway drama, pop culture tea, and movie meltdowns. Text on screen. Until next time, remember, not every fairy tale has a happy ending.